Good morning and welcome back to CityLine. With me, I have two individuals who are here to talk about the Pierce County Developmental Disability Legislative Forum. Boy, that was a big sentence. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Tanika Aiden. Welcome back. It's good to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Always. You are Leadership Development and Training Coordinator for Pierce County Coalition for Developmental Disabilities. And like I said, welcome back. Good to have you here.
Yeah.
You brought with you this amazing woman, Beth Ann Gartese. You are the Executive Director of the Pierce County Coalition for Developmental Disabilities. Welcome to CityLine.
Thank you.
Good to have you here.
Good to see you. Good to be back.
So let's start with this. Beth, what is the Pierce County Developmental Disabilities Legislative Forum and who is it for?
The Legislative Forum has been held for many years, and it's been the opportunity for our community to meet together with legislators to give them the information of what their concerns are, what they need, their stories, to be able to have the legislators, before they go down to Olympia and have all of the input that they get, it's an opportunity for them to understand the needs of individuals and families who experience developmental disabilities. So it's for our whole community with the focus on those who experience developmental disabilities.
Oh, well said, my dear. So when is the forum and where can folks learn more?
So the forum is going to be on a Tuesday.
Yep.
It's on November 14th, and we are virtual this year.
Ah.
We are still virtual. So it's going to be from 6:30 to 8:30. And to learn more information and to register, to come, you come to our website, which is piercelegislativeforum.org.
There we go. And so you mentioned it's virtual again this year, which we say thank you very much because there's safety in that. So basically, can people attend, is it only virtual or is it virtual and in person?
So it's going to be all virtual, except for maybe
wow.
me, who will be there talking to you on screen. But for everyone else, you're going to be on your computer. I believe we're going to be on Zoom again. So it's all virtual for this year. And one of the reasons why we decided to do that is we got feedback from our community that was a lot more accessible for people. So we decided to keep it virtual for one more year. Next year, we'll probably be back in person. You never know. But for this year, that's the feedback we got.
Okay, so put on that Zoom GoPro and talk with me about the evening. What happens and what folks can expect to experience?
Yeah, so what's going to happen, we have a program. You're going to come in, there's going to be a bunch of people to welcome you. We have a little time open for chat, so you can actually come in and talk to people before the event, right?
Yes.
It's something we used to do in person a lot, right? So we had to figure out how to make that work during COVID when we were all virtual. So you get some time to chit chat. Then we have a program where we have an award that we give out to our leadership award. It's called the Tracy Vanderwall Award. And we actually have nominations still open. So if you know of anyone who you think makes a big impact on people who experience developmental disabilities, please go to our website at the piercelegislativeforum.org and you can nominate them. And they closes tomorrow. So
get in there.
Yeah, so we're going to give out an award. And then we have some amazing stories. You're going to hear some stories from our community about what kind of needs we have and what we want to share. And then, of course, it's all about our legislators. So we're trying to appeal to our legislators to tell them what we need and how we can fix it. And so then we're going to have our program. And then after our little program, we are going to break out into breakout rooms. And you go in there by your district and you actually get to sit and talk to your legislators about what your needs are. So it's more personal.
How fantastic is that? Yeah. Wow. Okay. So let's talk about the legislative breakout rooms. What's going to be happening during that part of the evening, Beth?
Well, it's like magic.
I can't wait.
So you are going to be there virtually, and then all of a sudden it's going to give you the little cue that you go to your breakout room. We have fabulous technology to support us. So everyone gets to their legislative district. Okay. And in each of those districts, somebody will be the host. And I have hosted a number of times with that, and it's always a very exciting time because it's that opportunity, again, to have our legislators actually see us, hear us, and we become, I think we've become more real to them. And one of the things that I think was helpful is that they talked about their priorities also. So when they're talking about what their priorities, that gave the parents the understanding of, well, they're seeing it this way or hearing what the kind of thing, and then they could focus their input to them, their questions to them more specifically. It was a really, really energetic, exciting opportunity, and we felt that the legislators were really listening.
Oh, I love that, because that is the name of the game. So, question for both of you, and we'll start with Beth, you first. So what is the memorable moment for each of you from last year's forum?
Well, I actually have a really memorable moment, but it doesn't happen to be from last year's forum. It was back when we were in person, and I will have to give him credit. Senator Steve Conway is an incredibly caring man, and he came up after the forum and said, we just have to change what's happening. This is not okay that people are not having their needs met. He's a passionate supporter of individuals with developmental disabilities. So if anybody has the opportunity to be supporting him, I highly encourage them to have an opportunity to speak with him. Anyway, but it was just really incredible. It was so personal, so direct, and he heard and he felt and said it has to change.
Absolutely. What about for you, my dear? What's memorable?
I think for me, really, it's the stories. I love hearing the stories in the community about what folks are experiencing, and then to transition that when we get in the breakout rooms and they really start sharing. Like, you have the big stories, right? But when you get in and start making it personal, and kind of like what Beth Ann said, you can see the legislators looking and paying attention and writing notes down and actually being engaged in what people are saying. I think that's definitely my favorite, knowing that you have them there, they're your captive audience, and they're actually listening to what you're saying to support you.
Absolutely. Like, write that down and write this down and write that down. Yeah.
Put that on the list.
So let's talk about overall, why is this event important in Pierce County, and how does it help with equity among our community?
So this event was actually kind of birthed out of equity, right? A need for equity. Oftentimes, we have the legislative session. That's when you normally go down and you talk to your legislators about what your needs are. Okay, we need this bill passed. We need help in this area. We need more financing and funding here. For our community, that's difficult because a lot of our folks, we have developmental disabilities, but also sometimes there's a physical component with that. A lot of our people have experience, they don't do well in crowds, they don't like the bright lights, it's hard to travel, they're medically fragile, right? So it's just really hard to get everybody down, to get a big group of people together to do that. So this was really where that need came from, because we needed that equity. So we're like, okay, it's hard for families to get out there and talk to legislators, let's bring the legislators to Pierce County. Right, let's have you all come. We have an accessible building. You can go in if you need some space where you need to go have a quiet moment for yourself. You can do that. You can bring your people that can support you, and you can feel comfortable in talking to your legislator. So it's really great to have legislators come to us so people can share what they need. And that's really kind of where it came from, was the need for equity for our community.
I love that. So when we think about how listeners can help spread the word about this forum, Beth, what do you recommend?
Talk to your friends.
Yes.
All of your friends. Let them know about the importance of being able to have this. This is like grassroots. This is the real base of what our democracy is about. And so, and just like Tanika was just saying in terms of equity, this is an opportunity for all of us to be able to spread the word, get our friends excited about it, and any organization that you belong to. This would be a time to kind of just if you have a chance, give a little spiel.
There you go.
Let them know that what's happening, what the date is, and encourage people to participate.
Absolutely. So, Tanika, I want to start with you, and then Beth will end with you on this one. Who is responsible for convening the legislative forum?
So the Legislative Forum, it's hosted by the county. It's the county, they're the funders. But we really have a big group. It's a community event. Like, I'm from PAVE, Beth Ann is from PC2.
Yes.
And we have a a planning committee that is made up of anyone in the community who wants to be involved. So we have parents on there, we have self-advocates, we have teachers, we have a bunch of nonprofits. I mean, anyone and everyone we invite to come and be on our planning committee, because we really want it to represent what our community looks like and what our community wants.
Yes. What would you add to that, Beth?
I think that it's really like a responsibility for those of us that have been involved for a number of years. It's something that we understand, and helping bring new people, bring others, so that it's a wider audience, that more people are involved. I think it's a real opportunity as we're working together as a team to include more people. I think that's
Absolutely.
important.
I think it is too. So what is the one thing that both of you hope our listeners will do after today, Tanika?
Tell people, right? Go
Yeah.
to our website. You can share on our website at the piercecountylegislative.org. We have a whole page where you can go and put media out, put it on your social media, share it, go on Facebook, go on Instagram, share those opportunities, and then just spread the word and register and come. We'd love to have
Absolutely.
everybody there.
Everybody there.
Yeah.
What about you, Beth?
Well, I think sometimes we can sign up for something and be kind of excited about it, but I think what's also helpful is make a plan. Make your plan to be able to attend, so that if you need transportation assistance, that's there. If you need an accommodation of some kind, that's there. Be sure and contact us if you have a need for an interpreter. So just making a plan so that it works for you to be able to attend.
Absolutely.
And we want to be there to be able to support whatever those needs are.
Yes. I want to say thank you to you and your team, and I know that anybody who's ever touched this program gets a big thank you as well.
Yes.
And I want to wish you good luck on this, and then I want you back on the couch so I can hear how it went. Deal?
Deal.
Deal.
Okay, we have much more to come on CityLine. After the quick break, we'll have our sister's house in here. You don't want to miss that. We'll be right back.